Welcome back to English Passage, the channel where stories lead the way to better English. Today, we are diving into one of the most essential skills for any English learner: how to start a conversation in English. It's a simple phrase, but behind it lies a powerful skill that opens doors to friendships, careers, travel, and confidence. So why do conversations matter? Because language lives in interaction. Think of language as a river. You can't learn it by just looking at the water. You have to step in. Starting a conversation is your first step into that river. It allows you to participate in the flow of language and culture. Whether you're introducing yourself to a classmate, asking for help in a store, or joining a group at a party, your ability to start a conversation can completely change your experience. This topic is especially important because many English learners feel stuck at the very beginning. They may understand grammar and vocabulary, but freeze up in real conversations. Why? Because conversation requires not just knowledge but courage, cultural understanding, and real-world practice. When you take the first step and speak, even a simple greeting, you begin to break barriers. You invite the other person to respond, to connect, and to exchange ideas. That is the real magic of language. Today, you won't just learn what to say. You'll hear real-life inspired stories that show these phrases in action. Because here at English Passage, we believe that stories are the best teachers. The psychology of starting a conversation. Let's be honest. Starting a conversation is scary. Even in your native language, it can be hard. What if the other person doesn't respond? What if you say something silly? Now imagine doing it in a second language. That fear is real, and you're not alone. But here's a secret. Most English speakers are not focused on your grammar or pronunciation. They are listening to your intention. If you approach someone politely and kindly, most people are happy to talk. In fact, many people admire the courage it takes to speak in a second language. There's a psychological factor involved called the affective filter. This concept, introduced by Stephen Krashen, explains that our emotional state can either help or block our ability to learn and use language. When we are anxious, afraid, or self-conscious, our brain becomes less receptive to learning. But when we are relaxed, motivated, and confident, we absorb language more easily. So how do we lower that affective filter? One way is through preparation. When we have a few good phrases ready to use in real conversations, we feel less pressure and more in control of what we are about to say. This reduces anxiety, which helps us speak more confidently. Another powerful way is through repeated, low-stress practice. Speaking English with friends, using language apps, or even practicing in front of a mirror helps build speaking habits without fear of embarrassment. These small moments accumulate and shape your fluency over time. Think of it like preparing for a performance. You wouldn't go on stage without rehearsal. The same is true for speaking English. Practice gives you comfort, and stories give you a script that's already lived in your mind. Story 1. Ravi at the coffee shop. Let's take the example of Ravi, a young engineer from India visiting New York for a tech conference. It was his first time in the US, and everything felt new: the tall buildings, the fast pace, the unfamiliar accent. On his first morning, he walked into a local coffee shop. The menu was long, filled with words like latte, espresso, and cold brew. He was nervous. He didn't want to hold up the line. When it was his turn, he stepped forward and said quietly, "Hi, can I get a coffee, please?" The barista smiled. "Sure. What kind?" Ravi paused. He didn't know the difference between them all. Just regular coffee, he said. Coming right up, she said. Then, noticing his accent, she added warmly, I love your accent. Where are you from? Ravi smiled. India. Welcome to New York. That tiny moment gave Ravi a huge boost of confidence. He realized that even the simplest phrases, like, can I get a coffee? Could lead to friendly exchanges. He didn't need perfect grammar or a big vocabulary. He needed courage, politeness, and a willingness to connect. Lesson: start small. Use everyday interactions to practice. Even short conversations, like ordering food or asking for directions, are valuable practice. Each one helps build your confidence and prepares you for longer, more meaningful conversations. You might not feel ready for long discussions, but these little moments are where progress begins. Each hello, each question you ask, each time you answer someone's greeting builds your fluency. Think of these moments as small stepping stones across a river. You don't need to leap across all at once. Just keep moving one step at a time. 5 practical phrases to start conversations anywhere. Now let's explore 5 reliable conversation starters that work in a wide range of situations. These phrases may seem simple, but they are incredibly effective and natural. Hi, how are you? A universal opener. Use it with anyone, anywhere. What do you do? Great for meetings, networking, or casual conversations. Is this seat taken? Useful in cafes, buses, or classrooms. Do you come here often? Perfect for social events or frequent places. 5. What are you reading, watching, listening to? Great for sparking deeper conversations based on shared interests. Mini story. Emma saw a man on the train reading her favorite novel. She wanted to say something but hesitated. Then she reminded herself, simple is best. She leaned in and said, Hey, that's one of my favorite books. Do you like it so far? The man looked up, smiled, and replied, Yes, it's amazing. Have you read his other books? That one sentence led to a 20-minute conversation about authors, travel, and more. Emma got off the train with a new friend. The party opener. Now, let's change the setting. You're at a party. Music is loud, people are laughing, and everyone seems to know each other. You feel out of place, nervous, unsure what to say. Then you spot someone standing alone, smiling. You want to talk, but what do you say? Try this. Give a genuine compliment or make a casual observation. Mini story. You approach and say, Hi, I love your jacket. Where did you get it? They smile. Thanks. I bought it in London. You reply, That's cool. I've always wanted to visit. Do you live here in town? And just like that, you've opened the door to a friendly conversation. Theory. This is part of the social exchange theory. It suggests that when you offer something positive, like a compliment or interest, you often receive positivity in return. This creates a balanced and pleasant interaction. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Mary and Radmacher. Cultural awareness. What to say and avoid. Every culture has unspoken rules about conversation. In many English-speaking countries, small talk is very common and expected. It may feel meaningless, but it serves an important social function. Safe topics for small talk. The weather, beautiful day, isn't it? Sports. Did you catch the game last night? Local events. I heard there's a new restaurant nearby. Have you tried it? Work or school? How's your week going? Topics to avoid at the beginning. Politics, religion, money, personal relationships, linguistic insight, These small talk phrases are known as phatic expressions. Their purpose is not to share deep information, but to build a connection. By using them, you signal friendliness and openness. Understanding this cultural aspect will make your English sound more natural and help you blend into conversations more easily. Story 3. Carlos and the Power of Mistakes. Carlos had just moved from Mexico to London. His English was intermediate, and he understood well but felt nervous about speaking. At his company's holiday party, someone approached him and asked, "How are you enjoying London?" Carlos wanted to say, "I'm bored," but accidentally said, "I am boring." Everyone laughed, not unkindly. One colleague corrected him gently. "I think you meant bored. Boring means you make others bored." Carlos blushed but laughed too. He said, "Maybe I am both." That small mistake broke the ice. The group continued talking and even invited him to join them for lunch the next day. Carlos realized that his mistake actually made people feel more connected to him. Lesson: mistakes are not the enemy. In fact, they often make you more human and relatable. Native speakers appreciate your effort, not your perfection. According to Krashen's input hypothesis, the best learning happens just beyond your comfort zone. That zone where mistakes happen is where fluency is born. Practice methods. How to train your speaking. You may wonder, how can I practice these skills if I don't live in an English-speaking country? Here are 3 powerful methods. Mirror practice. Look into the mirror and pretend you are greeting someone. Practice saying, "Hi, how are you?" and answering it too. It helps build muscle memory and confidence. 2. Language exchange apps. Try HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky. Start with a message like, "Hi, I'm learning English and I'd love to practice. Would you like to chat?" 3. Daily storytelling. Every evening, think of one thing that happened during your day. Practice telling that story out loud in English. Start with, "Today, I went to the store and..." This form of self-dialogue strengthens fluency, vocabulary recall, and speaking rhythm. The more you do it, the easier it gets to speak in real situations. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. Starting a conversation may seem like a small thing, but it can truly transform your life. A single sentence can lead to a new friendship, open doors to opportunity, or simply brighten someone's day. Conversations are not just about exchanging words. They're about sharing a moment, creating connections, and learning from others. When you practice regularly, you become more confident. Over time, you stop overthinking and start engaging naturally. The secret isn't to speak perfectly. It's to speak sincerely. Use open-ended questions like, "What do you think about?" or "How did you find that experience?" These invite deeper conversations. Share compliments freely and listen with interest. A warm smile, eye contact, and genuine curiosity often say more than grammar ever could. And most importantly, always bring your authentic self to the conversation. People respond to real energy. Here are some quotes to inspire you. A simple hello could lead to a million things. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And let us know in the comments. What's your favorite way to start a conversation in English? We read every message and love hearing your stories. Thank you for being with us on English Passage, where we teach English through the power of storytelling. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep growing together. Keep watching, keep reading. You learn best when you learn with stories. Until next time, happy learning. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.